What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grand. You watch the Suburban Nerd. This is the channel where I give my nerd views on today's nerd news. On today's nerd news, we've got James Gunn is out, but the internet's trying to bring him back in. We've got the Joker movie's got even more star power coming in. We've got Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon is getting a reboot, and we've got Tessa Thompson might not be the only Thompson in a Men in Black spinoff. So let's start it off. On the first topic, we've got James Gunn. I probably didn't have it in my videos, but it just recently happened around the same time. You know, it's a San Diego Comic-Con. Someone went searching through James Gunn's Twitter history and found some pretty, let's just say, messed up things that he tweeted. He actually stated, like, about in 2012, I believe, about like six years ago, he stated that he was apologizing for some tweets he put out years ago, like almost 10 years ago. And the tweets, they're filled with racist, they're filled with homosexual. But actually, no, the tweets are racist. It's tweets about rape and tweets about pedophilia. Those are the three things that he jokes about, that he says he's joking about, which we feel he's joking about, but the fact is, even if you say some effed up stuff, if it hurts other people's feelings, it's still effed up stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, yo, your mom sucks. You know what I'm saying? And then if the dude's like, yo, like, I'm just kidding with you, bro. Like, you know, like it doesn't work that way. But at the same time, if he did it, say, 10 years ago, and someone searches it up now, it's like, and he brought it to light before this happened, like years ago, about 4 something years ago, he came back and brought up these tweets that he did, and he said he's very sorry about them. No one brought it up. He brought it up himself because he felt bad and apologized for it. But someone dug it up, and people think it may be political because he feels very strongly against Donald Trump, and they figure that to discredit him, someone looked for something. I guess because they figured, you got one of ours, we get one of yours. Like Roseanne was recently, you know, because of the racist kind of joke that she did, and she went like a witch hunt in a way, what they call it, but she got let go. But that was stuff that was recently happened. He did this years ago. He apologized it and brought it up years ago, and then someone looks it up again, and then be like, oh no, these are, you know, it's kind of hard to say, but the internet is trying to come to his defense, and they've got a petition. If the petition has about 168,000 signatures, and this is at petition.org. If you go to it, if you want to sign it, go ahead, go sign it. As far as my feelings, I'm not saying what he did was right, but I do feel that if he brought it to light after the fact, like say if it happened years ago, like 10 years ago, and then say 6 years later, like, he comes back and is like, you know what, I did these tweets that were horrible. I'm trying to be a better person. That I did those back then when I was just trying to go for shock value, just get a reaction. And I see that it was uncouth. And I feel that I should apologize for what I did in the past. That is not who I am now, and I definitely plan on being a better person in the future. So I'm okay with that, but I do feel kind of bad. Like, I understand from Disney had to let him go because that's their brand, but at the same fact, when you hire them, you know their history. It's like you should have been aware, like, he brought it back to light. It wasn't like it happened 10 years ago and no one ever said anything. He brought it up himself. So if you're cool with hiring for Guardians of the Galaxy, you should probably stand behind him. Like the way they said it, like when they let him go, they said that they weren't aware of these tweets. They were aware. They're just trying to distance themselves now, and you shouldn't have did that. You should have did that. What you should have did was say that, I'm sorry, but because we feel that his actions and his words have offended a lot of our fans, we feel we should not work with him at this moment. So that's how you distance yourself. You don't say, oh, well, you didn't know that he did that. You know, like, no, you knew. So as far as Disney, I understand what you had to do. You just didn't have to throw him under the bus to do it, you know? That's just how I feel. But like I said, the petition, get that going. If you want to, by all means, do it. Next, we've got the Joker movie. The Joker movie, directed by Todd Phillips, produced by Martin Scorsese, and this is going to be starring Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. I've talked about it in past shows. probably last week if you watch. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I can try and put the link right here. But this Joker is supposed to be like an origin film set in, I believe, the 1980s or something like that. And we've already got star power with Joaquin Phoenix. We've got star power as far as, like, you know, Martin Scorsese being a producer. You know, Todd Phillips, you know, he's a great director. So now we're adding to it with Robert De Niro and Frances Conroy and Zazie Beetz, which we all fell in love with in the Deadpool 2 movie. And she's also in Atlanta with, you know, Donald Glover. Yeah, with Donald Glover. So we all fell in love with Zazie Beetz. Like, she's sexy, she's smart, she's got some zazz to her, which I can understand Zazie Beetz. But yeah, so she's going to be in it. Robert De Niro is going to be playing a talk show host instrumental to the Joker's origin, which I'm not sure who that would be. The only thing I can think of is in the Batman Returns, not the Dark Knight Returns. Sorry, the Batman Returns is that movie with, you know, Danny DeVito. But the Dark Knight Returns, there was a show host who had the Joker on after he sort of was supposed to be rehabilitated, and straight up, the Joker had the glass mug for drinking coffee or tea, breaks it and slices a guy's throat. I doubt that's gonna be Robert De Niro, but I don't know. Like, he probably gonna die in this thing. And you've got Zazie Beetz is gonna be playing the single mother. Not this exactly sure. They're not putting any real details, but it's not anybody super important. They didn't state, at least. So single mother. Don't know what that's got to do with the story, but that's her role. And then we've got The Wrap reports that Frances Conroy is she's in talks to play the Joker's mother, Penny, which I didn't even know the Joker's mother name was Penny. I never seen the Joker's mother in general, but apparently they're gonna show his origin all the way to then, you know, as far as her being Penny. The movie is set to come out October 4th, 2019, which I guess that's a pretty good time, and around the October time for, you know, Halloween stuff, to have a Joker movie. And it's going to be, I don't know if they're going to go for a scary or a thriller or just, like, you know, some mystery as far as what happened and how he turns, or you're going to see origin him slowly turning into it. But I know you saw my picture just fell. I tried to set it up, but hey, this first time I ever did that. Normally it's in that corner right in front of the heater, but hey, sorry. But going back to what I was talking about, you've got that movie. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. I don't have a lot of faith with DC, but I'm hoping that this movie will be good to get them back on track. And, you know, I'm hoping actually Aquaman gets them back on track, and then they have Wonder Woman 1884, whatever, like 1984, whatever that thing is, get them back on track, and I just want to see them succeed. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing them fail and just, like, not coming through, because they have the potential. They just keep messing themselves up. So that's as far as I got to say about that movie. Next on the nerd news, Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon is getting a reboot, and in talks to direct it is the director of Atomic Blonde, or you best probably know of Deadpool 2, David Leitch. David Leitch, he's shown that he's a great director. That Deadpool 2 was funny. It was on par to me, sort of, with the first Deadpool. In my review that, I don't know if I can get that, but I'm gonna try and see if I can put it up here. My brain tells me Deadpool 2 is better, but my heart likes the first one more. So I'm stuck between two worlds. So I don't know how you can say that, but yeah, David Leitch is set to direct this. And if you don't know the Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon, it's about a Shaolin martial artist who goes to this tournament, martial art tournaments on this island, hosted by this rich, mysterious, like, private guy, Han. And he goes there for vengeance because he finds out his sister died over there at this tournament, and he thought she died by getting raped and killed, but he finds out that she succumbed to self-inflicted, like, she sort of in a way committed suicide, or she killed herself, and he wants to get revenge for her. So he's going to the tournament to whip some ass and take some names. So I think the best person for this would be Iko Awis, basically the dude from the Raid. The dude from the Raid, I believe, would be the perfect person. Anytime you have some action Asian star in America, like if they're redoing this, like sort of like in America, I want him. After Raid and Raid 2, put him in anything. He is the new, he's the new Jackie Chan or the new Jet Li, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he should be doing more movies, and I want to see him in more movies. Like, this guy is great. His fighting style, his choreography, fight choreography is insane. Like, it wasn't him that helped direct the John Wick, but there's some people direct that. Like I said, I think if you have him, I'm definitely in, and everybody in the world is gonna be in, no problem. Some people don't like reboots. They be like, "Oh, sacrilegious! You shouldn't try and mess with the great things that are old." But I think it's they could do it. They can modernize it. They could do it great. I think it could be really good. So, as far as that, I'm in. Next, we've got THR reports Emma Thompson is joining Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth in a spinoff of the Men in Black. But it's not too much a spinoff because Emma Thompson was in Men in Black 3 as far as taking over for the Men in Black organization. Like, she's the chief of it. So they're sort of bringing some new, but having some old, so you still know it's the same universe. Because why not? Because you see the main characters, Will Smith and I forget Agent M and Agent B or Agent Q. It's been so long, it's like I haven't seen it. But the main ones, you see these people in the background, these agents. It's a whole company, so they got to be on their own missions here and there too. So why not? I think it could work. I think it'd be funny. It's like, like the oddballs or not even oddballs. Well, Chris Hemsworth, he's shown he's great at comedy, especially with Thor Ragnarok. So I think they're probably gonna have it's gonna be a little bit more fun and like actually legit good fun. So I'm definitely down to see it. Her being in it adds a little bit more validity to the movie itself because, like I said, putting it in the same world, just different set of people are following, and I'm down with that. Alright, so, and the last thing I want to talk, some trailer talk. I'm going to just put it because these are some trailers that from the Comic-Con, but I left out of the yesterday's video because it's a lot of things. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll do one with all these. It's just the trailers that I'm talking about. But I'm going to tell you about Godzilla, King of Monsters. This trailer, I'm not sure. Like, it looked flashy. It looked fun. But I'm kind of confused because the way they're making it seem as if the lady's talking about how human beings and the earth is trying to purge us because with these monsters, but they make it seem as if she says that the world will end if we don't find these monsters. And I don't know if they mean find them and destroy them, because it looks like they're releasing these monsters, and I don't think that's gonna help you more than if you just let them be. Godzilla went away, so like I think she's going crazy because in fact. I forget the girl's name, Elle, from the Stranger Things. She's the girl's in this movie, and she's I believe the daughter, but she's saying that the lady's a monster. The lady believes she's a monster, and I'm thinking she's probably a monster because she's the one getting these monsters released and having havoc go on the world. So I'm looking forward to the movie. I sort of like the first Godzilla, just wish they showed more. They're going to definitely show more. They're going to show more monsters of everything. And I'm just hoping that they don't go too big, too much, because a lot of times you see sequels, they try and go too big, and it just fails. Sometimes it just fails. Sometimes going way bigger, it doesn't always work for me. In fact, with me, John Wick 2, it pales in comparison to the first John Wick. I like John Wick 2, but it was too much. Too many people, and then it was like the world was after him, and then this new one the John Wick 3, it's technically the world against. I could believe the first one because it was just specific people, and he's going after them, and then they had like just some dudes with thugs and guns, and then the second one it's like he's got all these assassins after him, and somehow he's surviving. So going bigger, or even look at Transformers, like, you know what I'm saying? The more you go does not necessarily mean it's gonna get better. So I'm hoping. Godzilla King of Monsters is good, but I don't know, with all these monsters added on, it looks flashy, it looks cool, but fingers crossed that it's actually good. We've got the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the Crimes of Grindelwald. It looks good. I like the first movie. The second one, the trailer, the first trailer, they had me hooked from the first trailer. I do like the Harry Potter world. This is still the Harry Potter world, and I like the first movie, and I'm gonna definitely see the second movie. The second movie, like I said, I can't go too much into it because it's all a bunch of magic stuff. They're talking about this, talking about that. They're gonna be Grindelwald has to be taken down by Newton. I forget his name, whatever. Because like I said, I just watched the trailer. I liked it. Going to see it. Next, we've got the Titans trailer that's going to be on the DC Universe streaming service. Yo, this thing is actually rated M, like mature, like, or rated R. I think it's rated R. All I know is, yo, Robin is straight up killing people. It looks like he's killing people, and at first I thought it was Jason Todd. Why? Because Dick Grayson isn't that violent. You know what I'm saying? He's not that violent, and he doesn't kill or stab. Like, the dude drops down on the car, sort of like, you know, the way Christian Bale does in the Batman, the Batman Begins series or the Dark Knight Returns. Like, when he drops down in the car, that's what this Robin does. And dude's like, yo, who the F are you? Where's Batman? And then he straight up whips all their ass, and he's like, F Batman. I'm like, yo, whoa. It's like, PG-13, you're allowed one curse. So is that going to be one curse per show? Like, I don't know. But he looks vicious. I thought it was Jason Todd, but this ain't Jason Todd, because the Dick Graysons, he's in the circus. His parents died. That isn't Jason Todd's background. That's Dick Grayson. So this is a badass Dick Grayson, and I don't know how to feel about it, but it looks pretty good. Starfire didn't look as bad as the screens that we shot, the screenshots that they had where they were on the street. Didn't look as bad because with the flames, it looked okay. Beast Boy looked okay. But Raven, they got Raven down so good. Like, those eyes being black and then the veins, whatever, coming out. Like, she looks spooky. She looks like someone that's got demon or evil in her. So, I'm definitely down to see it. I want to see it. Can't wait till it comes on. I'm not going to have the DC streaming service, but I'll find a way to watch it. You all know I will. But that's my feelings on this thing. So, like I said, I'm in for all three of the movies. Godzilla, not too sure. Maybe going too big, too much. I don't know. Fantastic Beasts, where to find them. Grindelwald, I'm definitely looking forward to see it. I don't have high expectations, but I definitely believe it's going to be good. And then Titans, I'm in. After seeing this trailer, I'm definitely in. So that's pretty much it for today's Nerd News. If you guys want to talk about anything else, remember, just comment down below, because I always like to talk about any topics that I bring up. Remember to set off those notifications. Remember to subscribe. Check out my last Daily Nerd News. Check out the playlist of the Daily Nerd News. And remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Sub Urban Nerd, and you've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next Daily News.